President William Ruto addressed a joint parliamentary meeting on Thursday, a sitting that indicates the beginning of parliamentary sittings a few weeks after the August 9th election. All elected members were in attendance as the speakers from both houses kick-started the sitting, describing its legality by citing the chapters in the Constitution of Kenya 2010.
His Excellency the President notified the Speakers of Parliament of his intention to address the newly elected Parliament on Thursday, 29th September 22.
Article 132(1)(a) of the Constitution of Kenya requires the President to address the opening of each newly elected Parliament.
The President said his team will propose new tax measures that will start moving the country in the right direction. In his speech, the President also proposed the renaming of KRA to Kenya Revenue Service, saying renaming will be part of a culture change to make the authority people-friendly.
I am committed and determined to ensure that our tax system is responsive to the needs of the economy. It must be equitable, efficient, and customer-friendly. The economic principle of equitable taxation requires that the tax burden reflects ability to pay. We will also work with the Kenya Revenue Authority on a culture change to make it a people-friendly, customer-centric organization. I am of the view that we should rename it the Kenya Revenue Service in line with the proposed transformation.
President William Ruto has directed the National Treasury to cut the 2022-2023 budget by 300 billion shillings. He said this slashing will help the government to contribute to the national savings effort by keeping the recurrent expenditure below revenue.
Over the next 3 years, we must reverse this and go back to the situation where government contributes to the national saving efforts by keeping recurrent expenditure below revenue. To this end, I have instructed Treasury to work with ministries to find at least 300 billion shillings in this year's budget so that we can remove it, because the market cannot sustain the kind of borrowing we are doing as government. Next year, we will bring it further down so that by the third year, we have a recurrent budget surplus. This we must do, members, because it is the right thing for us to do.
On matters health, President William Ruto has pledged to enhance NHIF contributions for all Kenyans as a way of making it easier for Kenyans to access medical services. The President said improved health sector will bring to a stop the medical tourism to other countries and make treatment affordable to all.
And in health, we are bound by duty to take measures to make universal health coverage a reality and liberate Kenyans and their families from the threat of harrowing poverty that stalks them every time a family member falls seriously ill. In our plan, and through your support, we will restructure our primary health system so that we put more resources into promotive, preventive, and early diagnosis. A key driver of this realization is the National Health Insurance Fund.
The President also added that the subsidized fertilizer will give farmers an opportunity to till their farms without fears of spending a lot of money with zero returns. He said the subsidy provides for further considerations in lowering the fertilizer prices even more.
We are on a mission to dramatically scale up productivity in agriculture and make sure that every Kenyan farmer, fisherman, and pastoralist contributes to sustainable economic growth by contributing to adequate and affordable food. generating greater incomes and producing the raw materials required by the agro-industrial and manufacturing value chains. This is why we have made available fertilizer to our farmers at cheaper rates of 3,500 per 50 kilogram bag, down from 6,500. We are exploring further mechanisms to bring these prices down.
The parliamentary sittings commence on the 4th of October at 2:30 p.m. Kind of Stefano, Ebru TV.